Today we're going to be checking out the Dangerous Music 2 Bus Plus Summing Mixer. I just got this yesterday, and I will be honest, this was something that I never really thought that I was going to get or expected to get. I mainly got it because there's a few different ways that I can integrate this in my setup, and it's going to make for some good use cases. So I'm going to put it into the desk. I'll show you guys the back rear connections first, and then we'll go over the front of the unit, show you guys the different features, the knobs, buttons, what this thing does, and let's get into it. All right, so before I put it into the desk, I figure I'll show you guys the back of the unit. We'll go from left to right. First off, we got two DB25 for inputs. So we got on the top inputs 1 through 8, and then on the bottom inputs 9 through 16. We also have two expansion inputs if you want to combine this with another one of these units or another summing mixer. And then these XLRs are the 16 inputs in XLR instead of DB25. And then going over to the right, I'll zoom in a little bit. We got a send and return for the external insert if you want to patch some gear into the insert. We have main output and monitor output. So the cool thing about this is that you can actually plug these outputs into a monitor controller and hear and monitor the output of the 2 Bus Plus before going back into the DAW. So, you know, if you plug the mains into your AD converter and then monitor after the AD converter, you'll be monitoring the conversion. Plus, if you're doing any digital processing on your print track. So the cool thing about this is you can monitor the output of the 2 Bus Plus before any conversion. And then besides that, there's just the power plug, and that's about it. Pretty simple, pretty straightforward. We got, once again, expansion inputs, a external insert, send and return, and then the two outputs for the main output and the monitor output. All right, so here we have the front of the unit. We'll start from left to right again. As you can see, there's 16 LEDs that show the signal present for each of the channels. And you'll notice that we have two mono buttons. So for channels 1 and 2 and 9 and 10. If you send something to channels 1 and 2, you have the option to press the mono button and you get a true analog mono. For example, you might want to send your kick to 1 and 2 and then maybe lead vocal to 9 and 10. And then you can put them in mono. Pretty nice. Over here to the right, you'll notice for channels 13 and 14 and 15 and 16, we have two color options for each of these pairs, harmonics and paralimit. That kind of brings us to the next section, which is the color section. We have harmonics, paralimit, and X-former. Harmonics is essentially adds harmonics to the signal, and generally you'll get a more open, present sound. If I had to explain it with as few words as possible. Paralimit, they basically put, I believe it's a FET limiter that they put in there, and you can basically do some parallel compression, drive it, you get a pretty cool sound. This thing is pretty powerful. We'll be checking out some audio demos later in the video. And last, we got the X-former, similar to what they got in the AD Plus. And then over here we have external insert, and then over here to the right we got the output level trim. It goes from -4 all the way up to +6, and it is stepped, so you get half dB increment steps. One thing that I want to point out that I've actually never heard anybody say on YouTube about this unit is that these 3 knobs feel very, very good. It actually caught me off guard. Like it takes a lot of force to turn them, which is a good thing, because if you set the knob in one position, it's not going to move. And that's definitely good for recall purposes, because, you know, even like if I'm tapping this, it's not moving, you'll see. So it takes a good amount of force. These definitely don't feel cheap at all. The build quality on this thing as a whole is very good. So that's something that I noticed right away when I first unboxed this thing. One other thing that I should mention, or going back to the color section, is that we have the option to flip the harmonics and the paralimit. So if you want the paralimiter to go before the harmonics, you can do that. Essentially, if you engage harmonics on 13 and 14 and you want to do paralimit on 15 and 16, these 2 knobs are controlling the harmonics and paralimit for these 2 channels. It's not on the mix bus anymore. If I press harmonics, it goes off of 13 and 14 and goes on the entire mix bus sum. Same thing with paralimit. If you press the button, it goes off of 15 and 16 and goes onto the mix bus, and then you can flip the order to have paralimit go before harmonics. And I think it's pretty nice that we have both of these options for 2 pairs. Like if you want to send specific stems to get paralimit, but you don't want the paralimit to be on the entire mix bus, it's really nice to have these separated on 2 individual stems. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to demo some audio through this thing. For right now, I only have about 3 stereo pairs hooked up going into the 2-bus plus. So I'm going to send some audio into it. We're going to be checking out how the color circuits sound, harmonics, paralimit, and the X-former, as well as I'll probably send some other stems to mess around with the mono buttons. And yeah, let's get into it. First off, we're going to do a mono test on a kick drum. Next, what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep it pretty simple. I got 2 kick tracks in red. This is going to go into 9 and 10. The orange tracks is sort of a low percussion group. This is going to go into 13 and 14. And then the 2 yellow tracks are going to be going into 15, 16. This will allow me to isolate the kicks, have the low perk and high perk, and then I can mess around with the color circuits on the low perk and high perk, or on the entire mix bus as a whole. I'm not going to be talking as I go, but just keep an eye out for when I switch the color circuits to the mix bus, and then when I switch them to the individual stems and groups. Keep in mind, we got kick 9 and 10, low perk 13 and 14, and then high perk 15 and 16. One more thing that I'm going to try doing is adding a bass track in here. So essentially the bass in purple is going to be going to 9 and 10, and then the rest of the drums are all going to be going into 13 and 14. So I'll play around with using the color circuits on the mix bus and then also only on the drums.